In this video, I'm going to give you a method that's really going to allow you to consistently pick out real high quality trades with minimal effort. And then I'm going to show you a little strategy that you can use to drill down and then enter at the best entry point and get the highest probability move. So follow along, save this video because you're going to want to keep this. This is going to be something you're going to want to learn and apply over and over again. If you just did this every day or every week, this is your trading strategy. So save the video. Let's get stuck in. All right, firstly, I'm going to go over to forecaster.biz. If you haven't got this tool and you're serious about investing or trading, I would highly recommend getting yourself this tool. I use it on a daily basis and it has been an absolute game changer, not just for trading, but really my investing. The investing side of things is absolutely phenomenal, but I'm starting to move into more and more trading stuff, and this is how I'm going to start using it. So let me just bring up the quantum screener. We're going to go over to the quantum screener. Follow along. If you've got this up on your laptop, follow along. First thing we're going to do is go to the quantum screener, and then up the top where it says 3 months, I'm going to go to 1 month because I only want a 1 month period. I'm looking to trade, so I want to be taking trades that are in the near future, right? I want to be in and out. This isn't a buy and hold thing. I don't really care about things 3 months into the future. I'm just looking at the next day, the next 2 days, 3 days, the next week or whatever, right? So what I'm going to go to here, next thing I'm going to do is go to Forex, because that's my area of expertise. That's the market that I want to be looking to trade. Forex market has been phenomenal in my wealth building journey, and this is what I'm going to be looking at. So straight up, this is going to give you best to worst, okay? So you can see at the best, in terms of best correlation, is price moving how it's moved historically over the last 10 years, what the direction of the trade should be, whether it's long or short, and you can select whether you want longs or shorts. Some people don't like short in the market. Some people only want to look for longs. I'm looking for longs and shorts. I don't care. I'm a trader. And I'm looking at the top one. So it says New Zealand dollar. This is a short direction. New Zealand yen, short, 84.04, best correlation over a 10-year period. Average return is 1.9%. The win rate is 80%. Okay, so what it's doing, you can see here that we've got a correlation of 93.45 on the pound yen, which is higher. But when you factor in all the other components like the win rate and the return, overall, this is the best. Does that make sense? So once we know that, and you can pick the top 3, pick top 5, and you can go and analyze them all. But I'm going to start on the top 1, and I'm going to show you how you can get involved with this thing. So there's already been a move on the New Zealand yen, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But what I like to do next is go out where it's got the tab here, where you can click out and you can see the seasonality. So I go into the seasonality, and it's already highlighted this area here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill this down even further to here, right? So over the 8th or 9th of March, which means it's the 3rd today. So this is over the next 5 days, and you can even drill this down to like here if you like, or the 8th or the 7th or whatever it is. Basically what I'm doing is I'm picking the best shorting opportunity there. I can see this big short, and then we retrace a little bit, but that is the current year and the past 10 years. What I want to do is I want to look at the last 15 years, and I want to look at the last 20 years, and I want to see if the seasonality is correlated, if there's congruency and confluence in historical seasonality with the market going short at that period of time. And just at a click of a button, I haven't had to do any research, I haven't had to go and look at data. It's done it all for me, and it's put it on this chart here, which is phenomenal. And down here, it's given you a correlation score, meaning is price correlated to that seasonality as well. So in other words, is the actual price action movement similar or correlated to those seasonality scores? Or that seasonality movement. And you can see that we've got really high scores, 84%, 78%, 64%, and so on, right? So a short position between the 3rd and the 9th of March, okay, which is any time from today till the 9th. And the average return of being short is 1.5%, right? 1.5, 1.2, 1.5% over the last 20 years, 15 years, and 10 years. So there is a I'm already on the high probability side of the market. Okay. I know that this has done all the work for me, and it's told me that if I get in here and get out here, you know, I'm going to have a high return. There's a higher probability of me being right, and the average return is going to be about 1.5% in a week. That's pretty good. 1.5% in a week's pretty good. Okay. So what do we do next? We've now got the idea, and we've now got the signal, if you like. Now what I like to do is to go over to the chart. So when you come over to the chart here, if you don't have a consistent method for approaching the market to give you some kind of technical analysis scoring system, or you don't really know what you're looking at, one of the ways that you can start to build that consistent approach is to use the checklist, right? Now, I've given this checklist away on my Trading for Dummies video. If you haven't seen that, go and watch it. If not, I'll put a link to this in the description of this video where you can go and download this thing and you can start to build a consistent approach to trading the markets. If you're trading a trend, or if you're trading if we're looking to trade a trend like we're doing now, we're going short, this will give you yes or no checkboxes so that you can tick these along, and when they're all ticked, you can enter the trade. And if they're not, then you don't, right? So the first thing is the market condition. Well, we know we are bearish. We're looking for shorts. The phase, are we in a run phase or a pullback phase? Well, if we go over to the chart here, you can see that we've recently had a run and a pullback, and now we're in a run, and now we're in a pullback. We're just pulling back now, right? Following this this doji candle here, we're on the pullback. So we go back out to our checkbox and we say, okay, tick, we're in the pullback. Great. Support and resistance. You can say, okay, well, when we pull back, where are we looking to pull back to? Where's going to have high confluence of support and resistance? So what I like to do is draw on a horizontal line at the most recent level of support, should become resistance. And you can start looking out and counting the touches. I like a minimum of 3. So you can say 1, there's 1 there, right? This is not a great one, but you got 1 here. And if you just zoom out here, you can see we've got them holding here. And again, you just count them up, and as long as you've got a minimum of whatever your criteria is, being 3, then you could use that as part of your scoring system to give weight to your analysis. Next thing, you can go out to the scoring system and you can say, right, are we seeing deceleration in price? Meaning, are we seeing smaller and smaller candlesticks? Are we seeing a loss of momentum? Are we seeing RSI become overbought? And you can start looking at those types of things. We're not seeing that yet because we're just in the initial stage of this pullback. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill down to the 4-hour and show you some other ways that you can sort of add confluence to this and start to drill down where your entry point might be. So first things first, I'm just going to drill straight down into the 60-minute time frame, and I can already see that we've got this complex pullback here, right? So if I just bring on my trend line, and I go from the most recent low to this pullback. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone that, and then I'm going to go from this low, and you can see that that high there, right, is right up at just below that 85 flat level. And that's what we call an ABC measured move, or an ABCD pattern. And that's very common amongst traders. They like these harmonic moves. Elliott wave traders are similar. They look on 3 drives and all these different patterns. They're essentially harmonic moves in the market that you can capitalize on if you've got consistent rules entering them. So we've got this harmonic move. What we can also do, for those of you familiar with Fibonacci, use Fibonacci in your trading, you can start to bring on Fibonacci extensions, okay, and you see we've got this 127 extension here. You can bring on inversions and go from the low to the high and back down, and you can see we've got some confluence around here as well. I'm not going to cloud this up with Fibonacci ratios, but you get the point. You're looking at how many different ways are other traders looking at this entry point, and where's the highest probability point for a reversal, for that continuation down. And actually on the hourly, you can start to see deceleration in price as well. Okay. Those of you who are familiar with ratio patterns, butterflies, crabs, Gartleys, and all that kind of stuff, if you just draw on one of your patterns here, you can see we've got a 50% here, and this will be at the 886. So we've got a 50% retracement, and you'd be looking for an 886 completion point, which would enter you into a bat pattern. So now we've got fib confluence, we've got a bat pattern completion, we've got a an even handle number in the shape of or in the form of 85 flat, right? And we've got this nice little zone. We've got previous major structure. So we're building down and we're drilling down into this tiny little zone that's going to give us a high probability entry point. Now, if you are swing trading and you're just trading off of the daily and you're using the checklist, one of the things you might be looking for is just to push into that 850 zone or the 2050 zone, sorry, or even a touch of the 8 moving average, exponential moving average, and then you're looking for that rejection candle in that zone, and then you set a sell stop order. Some of you might just be a little bit more conservative and you're down here on the 60 minute looking for tighter window for entry, shallower stops, bigger reward to risk profiles, and that's going to depend on what type of trader you are, right? If you don't know your trading personality and you don't know, how right you like to be over how wrong, or what your what your risk reward profiles need to be, then you can go and check out some of the training that we've done on that. I've put charts where I give you all of that information and you can kind of gauge what would suit you as a trader. At Tier 1 Trading, we teach a handful of strategies just because of that. Everyone's different and you need to pick something that resonates with you. But the way that I'm looking at this is I'm looking for a pullback into this zone, okay? And there's two ways that I can enter. I can either enter aggressively on this 886 completion, or what I can do is, if I'm a little bit more conservative, I can wait for a double top at the start of this. So if we don't push up to here and price starts to wear thin here, I can even drop down to the 15-minute time frame and I can start looking for a retest. As long as we test this initial level, I can start looking for a retest of that level, meaning I need a double top. Now, if you haven't seen double tops, again, I've done a whole strategy on that. You can go and watch that and learn about double top entries. It's going to serve you really well in your trading. But what I can do is I can look at these double tops now and I can enter on that next bar market, and then I'm in. And the great thing about that is my target will be based off of the trading time frame, and potentially my stop loss will be based off of the lower entry time frame, meaning I'm going to get a really great reward to risk profile, sometimes a 4, 5. I've even had 10 to 1s on these types of entries, and you don't need many of these to really accelerate your account. You only need a few of these a year to be, to really be life-changing in terms of your account balance. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm not going to tell you how I'm entering because we haven't actually tested the level that I'm looking to enter, but I can tell you that it'll either be an aggressive entry up at 85 flat, and it will just be below that, 85 flat, a couple of pips below that. Or if we don't and we start to put in a double top, I can get involved there. Another way you could get in is a 3-bar reversal or a high test candle. Anywhere at this level is going to do you well, because ultimately, if your stops are above this high and your targets are at the low, you're going to get at least a 1.5 to 2 to 1, which is great in my book. So just to recap, you want to go over to Forecaster. I'll put the link for Forecaster in the comments and in the description. It'll be the first comment in this video. I recommend you get it. It is unbelievable. You go to the quantum screener, you select 1 month, you go to whatever market you want to trade, you pick the top one, you go and do the seasonality checks like I did here, you drill down, you get the best shorting opportunity, highest return in the shortest period possible, the best correlation, and then you go out to the charts and you look for your entries. And as you can see, there is an entry probably today or tomorrow. I'll be entering this if it allows me to, and I'll follow up with another video to let you know how it done. But just to show you how some others done, this was one on the pound the pound Aussie, and this was the textbook compression channel that blew to the upside following this exact strategy. So go and check it out. I'll put all the links in the description. Let me know if you want more of this style of video, and I'll consider doing one a week, but only if you let me know. And until next time, have a great rest of your day. Good luck in the markets, and I'll see you then.